Hi Taurus, and welcome to your December 2018 general reading. I'm sort of smiling at how your cards are playing out this month, okay? I've already laid the cards. If I don't do a 15-minute video, I'll be uploading all day, okay? Yeah, okay. Very, very interesting. You've got the Deep Knowing card. You're the third sign to pull that Deep Knowing card. Pisces got it. I can't remember who else it was. One of the sign got it. The Deep Knowing card is a very, very deep knowing that beyond logic, beyond all reasoning, someone has got an important part to play in your life. Okay, Taurus, I feel I've been doing this reading for a little while. And please, there's no point getting annoyed with me, okay? But what lies behind you, very interesting dynamics. The Page of Cups with the Four of Discs. These are the absolute, complete opposite cards. A Page of Cups has got this very open, very innocent quality of energy, and he goes forward offering his cup. The Four of Discs is someone who's guarding his heart. So either this is you and someone else in these dynamics. I don't know if you're the open one. This could be a water sign, by the way, but it doesn't, I don't read the cards that way. It's about our emotional life, okay? So I don't know who the guarded one is and who's offering the cup. But there's a sort of mix mash of energies here, and I'm going to ask why there's a mix mash of energies. What is the reason for this mix mash of emotional energies? There's been something that's happened between you and another person, essentially, Taurus, okay? Now the Three of Swords, I tend to read the Three of Swords as the past, but the memory is still playing out in the present. So there seems to be maybe a division between you and someone else, okay? Now what you most want is the Eight of Swords. So you most want this feeling of being stuck and restricted to be over, okay? Because the Eight of Swords is a feeling of frustration, a feeling of things that are not moving on, okay? Now what's helping you get away from the Eight of Swords is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card about joy, okay? There's three people and they're flying, and the reason that we fly is because we've dropped the baggage which is holding us down. The Three of Swords looks like there's a baggage that's still, meaning someone is protecting their heart from someone else, okay? The Three of Cups is a card of joy, celebration, and it's with the Ace of Wands. Very passionate, new beginnings. There's a lot of energy of celebration. The challenge is the Queen of Wands. I'm sort of laughing. Again, there's a very strong magnetic energy going on here. So why is the Queen of Wands a challenge? This could be a person, okay? It could be someone that you love or someone who loves you. But there's an issue about coming together because both of you are being extremely cautious. The Knight of Pentacles is a card, it does represent movement, but when it shows up in a reading, I tend to see it's very, very slow movement. Like, you know, the way the grass grows, it grows, but at a very, very, very slow pace. And this Knight with this Queen means things are very, very, very slowly being resolved, but the cautiousness between the two of you is what's preventing you moving out of the Eight of Swords, by the way. Because it's very odd. It's like there's loads of passion, there's loads of joy, but there's also very slow feeling of stuckness with that. In your relationship sector, you've got the Hierophant. I'm going to clarify it because the Hierophant is about security. It's about marriage, and it's with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups, okay? Some of you are getting married, okay, because the Hierophant is about traditional values. So a very established bond about security and love, okay? And even though there might be a feeling of things are not progressing here, they are progressing, Taurus, but they're progressing the way that winter moves into spring. It happens very gradually and very slowly, okay? Money and work, I will go back to this. You've got the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a very exciting energy. The Knights all bring change, and this is a bit exciting change going on for you. Soul level, you've got the Knight of Cups. So we're moving from the Page to the Knight. The Knight either brings messages of love, okay? So either you are this Knight, or someone else is being this Knight, okay? They're bringing news about their feelings to you. They're expressing themselves. But boy, is it happening very, very slowly, Taurus. We get ourselves into the Eight of Swords when we don't believe that things are moving. They are moving. I want to clarify this Knight of Cups, by the way. Yeah, Queen of Cups. So it might be news coming your way from a water sign. Someone is expressing their love to you, or you're expressing your love to someone else. I am not sure which one it is, by the way. The outcome is the World card. The World card is a happy conclusion to a cycle, okay? So when the World card, I have never once, ever, in all my days, see the world mean anything but a happy outcome to something that's maybe felt stuck, that maybe has felt that it's been lingering for an awful long time. I have never seen anything but a positive outcome with this World card. Yeah, I mean, ever. But the whole theme of the month is about the energy of emotions, okay? It's almost like, Taurus, there's a standoff between you and someone else. And I'm not sure, because the Page of Cups, sometimes when it appears, it can mean... So do you remember when you were a teenager and you have this energy, but you don't quite know what to do with it? So it's almost like, do I express it? Do I hold it back? And that Page and that Four are both looking at each other. So I think this might be a dynamic between you and someone else about where you both go. I think a lot of the challenge is, honestly, the Knight of Pentacles is about slow, gradual change. The Queen of Wands might be a person who's standing in the way, because it just might be, because the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups can be a feeling that there's more than one person in this relationship. And it doesn't have to be a three-party. It can be someone's friend who is interfering, who's involved, which you feel is a challenge in this situation. I want another card for you. I'm going to pull another additional guidance card. I think it's safe to say it's definitely about getting a relationship in a more established bond. Yeah. Message in a bottle, which is the Knight of Cups, which means there's a lot of movement happening this month, Taurus. But almost the challenge is it's not moving fast enough, yeah? And you know, sometimes when we're in February, we think spring's never going to come, but spring comes. Sorry, that's what your reading's about. Because this is all going to a pretty beautiful conclusion. But there's going to be times in the month where you get lost in the Eight of Swords. I don't like being lost in the Eight of Swords, because you feel that you're banging your head against the wall and nothing's moving. The trick with the Eight of Swords is cards like the Hanged Man, basically, which a lot of people don't like, because we don't like surrendering control, okay? But when you're in the Hanged Man, you're no longer in the Eight of Swords, which means that your thy will be done. Trusting the cycles of the universe. That, because the cycles of the universe are the way the world works. That's how people do astrology. That's how we study the cycles of how things work. There's cycles moving for you, Taurus, that you're not in charge of. It's moving, I guarantee you it's moving, but you might have to keep an eye on that desire energy that really, really wants it now, okay? Now, I do weeklies, and I'll be back next week doing your weekly cards, and I think the trick is to watch what energies you're dealing with as you move towards the world, because you deserve so much more than being stuck in that Eight of Swords. And I've got my Ganesh there, and I ask Ganesh to help remove all the obstacles, Taurus, that are standing in your way of this love that so much wants to happen for you. Okay? Back next week, Taurus. Loads of love. Bye.